Hello, everyone. This is Marie Blue Angel, and I'm excited to be playing Talisman of Dawn today. This has been on my to play list for forever, and I'm particularly excited because it's a retelling of 1001 Nights, and it's set in the Persian Empire. And I've played other games from this game dev before. Hi Helen, if you end up watching this. And it's been a while since I've last played one of Helen's games. But I know that Talisman of Dawn was just fully released, I think last year in 2025, and I'm finally getting to it, like I said. But I'm excited. Just a heads up, this is a kinetic story, so I don't have to make any options. I'm just here for good old storytelling, beautiful art and music, and writing and the interface and all that. So join me in checking out Talisman of Dawn. I think I'm gonna have to make this 2 videos most likely, but we'll see, because sometimes I take a lot of time to yap, as we say sometimes. Anyways, let's get started. We're starting. Ooh. Many stories begin like this. 2 people unaware of their destiny find it where they least expect it to be. Ooh, and I also like this, the snowflakes. They look like snowflakes to me, but maybe they're like stars. It's like winter. A mixture of excitement, fear, uncertainty, until love finds them and ties them with the golden threads of happiness. Romance. Romance is the reward for a life well spent, and for characters that embrace their fate. But in the hidden corners of life, there are characters who act according to their role, but even so reject the reward of love. Or at least, the love people keep pushing onto them. You can imagine that's a new phenomenon created by the whims of modernity. But in this story, you'll see that a long, long time ago, in the distant Persian Empire in the heart of Iran, there was a man tied by the chains of insecurity, and a woman bound by her regrets, suffering in silence. A marriage like no other, a friendship as good as romance. Ooh! Friends, I present to you the real story of Shahrazad, Shahryar, and 1,000 and I'm gonna get this number wrong all the time, and the 1,001 nights. I don't know why. It's just something about the number. Okay, Shahrazad, and Shahryar. Yeah. Okay, I love that. Ooh, that's a nice little intro. Ooh, Juna. What do you think? Sher stared at the painting for a long minute, still holding on to Duna's hair. It's good. I thought of changing the color of the dress, but I think this one fits her better. Gives more of a feminine feel. Yeah, I thought the same. Oh, look at them. Both Duna and Sher were working that night. Duna on her painting, and Sher braiding her sister's hair. These moments were the only time Duna would get quiet, completely focused on the task at hand. No movements were wasted. No mindless words were said. A completely different person altogether, Sher would think. But she was a bit glad for it. Sher? I'm going to Persepolis. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher every single name in here. I'm so sorry. I'm going to Persepolis. Juna said that multiple times before, like some kind of promise that was never meant to be fulfilled. This time, though, it felt like a heavy truth. Are you sure? I want to be a painter. I really do. Never wanted to be anything else as much as this in my whole life. I mean, I'm assuming Cher's on the left and Duna's on the right. I think that's right. We'll see. Anyone could see that. Anyone. And Cher, as sensible as she was, could see it even clearer than others. I think this is... Is this us, or is this us saying that to her, to Duna? Go on. I will. Okay, I think this is Duna. Huh. Father will be so annoying about this. You gotta go and be a painter. He has his reasons. You always say that. Because it's the truth, Cher thought. But it was hard for her to explain the mind of an old man to an adventurous and reckless young girl such as Duna. He's just afraid of losing us. He's always afraid of something. Don't talk with everyone you see on the street. Don't befriend the people who live behind the bazaar. Don't wear pants. He never said that. He stopped saying it after you started to wear them. Cher sighed. Father is a complicated thing, but he means well. I bet. She rolled her eyes, very unconvinced. Promise me something, Cher. When I'm gone, don't do everything Father says. Speak up for yourself. You deserve to be heard. Promise? Or else I know he'll marry you to the first man he finds in the street when I leave. He wouldn't do that. Are you sure? Cher looked away, no answer coming through her lips. Duna could see the uncertainty as clear as the sun. She had seen that same expression on her sister's face many times before. Anyway, just don't do everything he shoves onto you. Can you promise me that? Well, if it's something unreasonable, I'll talk to him. Fair enough, I guess. I love you, Cher. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. And I wish I could stay here forever. But I need to go to Persepolis. I really do. Corazon already gave me what it could. I want to go farther. Okay, follow your dreams. I love that. Be a painter. Also, I really love the background, and I really love the character sprites. The art style is really nice, as per usual. I understand. Don't worry about me, Duna. I'll be fine. Really? Yeah. But Cher, facing her younger sister, could feel the tremendous disparity in confidence between both of them and their futures. Duna was ready to face the world as she has always been. Cher, on the other hand, had hidden from it all her life, in quiet resignation. She knew she wasn't doing it out of cowardice. Life wasn't only about adventure and excitement, but something inside of her was calling out. A hidden truth, a fierce nature that Cher was afraid to show. What if people thought she was being selfish? I want more for you, Cher, but yeah, I get that. Selfishness, she thought, was a privilege for the younger children. Big sisters like her couldn't be selfish. Ooh, feel that. But she didn't blame Duna for having such ambition. Actually, she admired it. Do you have something you want to do, Cher? What do you mean? Like, I want to be a painter. Do you have something that you like to do? I don't know. I like doing chores. But that's boring. What about your stories? My stories? Yeah. Don't you want to be a storyteller? Cher thought for a while. Not really. Do you want to do chores for the rest of your life? I mean, I don't want to do chores for the rest of my life. But I guess Cher wouldn't care, doesn't mind. I wouldn't mind it. New word unlocked in the glossary. Okay. Oh,
Bye, Mazda. I simply don't get you.
let's check out the glossary. Oh, okay, hold on. Ahura Mazda is also known as Lord of Wisdom and God of the Sky. He is the god of er, Zoroastrianism. His main adversaries Angra Mainyu, the spirit of evil, chaos, and destruction. Iran and Persia. A common misconception is that Persia was the initial name of Iran, being changed later. That is untrue. Persia was the name given to Iran by the Greeks based on one ethnicity, Persians, which they fought with constantly as the Persian Empire expanded. The country has always been called Iran by its population, and Persian is just one of the many ethnicities that exist there. I didn't know that, actually. That's cool. That makes sense, though, that Persia is a name given to Iran by the Greeks based on, like, one group of people. Fun fact, Iran never managed to conquer the Greeks entirely, even after trying many times. And because of that long rivalry, most of what we know about Iran and Persian history is what historian Greeks wrote. So we don't know a lot then. Or we know enough, but like we don't know everything in terms of like different sides of the story. Zoroastrianism. It was the predominant religion of the Persian Achaemenid Empire in ancient history. In ancient history, it was taught by the prophet Zoroaster. Its holy book is called the Avesta. It's probably the first monotheist. I swear I know how to read, but sometimes I don't. Monotheistic religion of the world. I forget how to say that word. It's been such a long time. Anyways, monotheistic. Anyways, I sound so American right now. Anyways, great. Let's return. We already said this. Duna is like, "What are your dreams, sister?" And Cher's like, I don't know. It's okay. Maybe we can slowly figure that out. It is nice when you know when someone has ambition for something they really want to do, like Duna does. It's all right. Sometimes I don't get you either. That made Duna snort.
We never understand each other.
And yet, you're my favorite person.
Shush.
Persepolis was a big city, great like the dreams Duna had in her heart, limitless like her ambitions. Cher didn't need all those fancy aspirations. Her only dream was to keep her life as it was until she died. But just as Duna's hair was tied by hands that didn't belong to her, the tapestry of Cher's life was about to be woven by the hands of destiny. Ooh. This interface is so pretty, by the way. I love the blues and the yellows. Oh, what's gonna happen? Here we are in the house. let's look at the glossary first. Satrap? The name given to the governor of an administrative province is satrapy in this empire, Achaemenid. Okay, it's like it's a province, but like a governor. Mutik says, "Must the trap?" The treasurer entered the royal room trying to keep his excitement at bay, but failing miserably. Shariar. Mudik. What is it? I think this is Mudhik, and this is Shariar. Well, you got a letter from your brother, Shenazan. He said he had another child. I'm gonna just... The two voices are gonna be the same until they solidify. I'm so sorry. A boy, moreover. The satrap of Khorasan, Shariar, smiled softly at the man. It was always good to hear from Shenazan, especially with such good news as this one. Used to the small and simple reactions of his lord, Mutik made sure to speak for both of them. Oh, now, with this one, he has 3 children. What joy he must be feeling. 3 is a number of perfection, just like in a triangle. A triangular base can keep any kingdom in firm and divine balance. Oh, I see. This is like so sorry. I'm looking at the interface. It's so pretty. Like, look at this corner and all these little details and the font and these details. Oh, so pretty. Anyways, sometimes Mutik would see strange things that didn't make much sense to Shariar. Still, he listened to them and tried to keep them in his memory. Something about triangles being good. I mean, I guess, like, if you lay a triangle flat, then, like, you can build upon it and, you know, it becomes like a pyramid, then that's a good base. Well, you should send him a present. Yes, a present. What a grandiose idea. A gift for each of his children. If I remember correctly, one of them liked birds. Maybe something for the mother, too. She is lucky to be still be in good health. Truly, it is common for a woman to die while giving birth. Oh, yes, these would be times where that was more common. Let's check the glossary. Ganzabara. Persian title of a treasurer, provincial and sub-provincial financial administrators in the Achaemenid Empire. Okay. These words came out with an unexpected sadness. The Ganzabar disguised it with a cough, looking into the distance. If Shahryar noticed it, he didn't let Mutik know. While the satrap thought of presents he could give, the old man stared at him. He couldn't help but feel pity, gazing at the tall, silent figure of his governor, thinking, alone. Shenazan, his brother, had now 3 children and a beautiful wife. Meanwhile, Shahryar sat by himself in that big room of his, with not even a concubine to entertain him. So these are like Mudhik's thoughts. That had to be the fix, thought Mutik. A man couldn't live his days immersed in loneliness, or else he would go insane. And the old man had to admit that seeing Shahryar alone made him feel sad too. The treasurer wanted his satrap to be happy, and a family, of course, was the best way. Oh gosh. I mean, well-intentioned, but how we ask Shahryar what he wants, you know? Anyways, brimming with courage, he stepped closer. My lord, I see your happiness towards your nephews, and it makes me sad to think of you so alone in this great palace. If you let me say so boldly, wouldn't it be good if you could have children of your own? I just realized I can hide the interface. Oh my gosh, look at the outfits! I like the patterns and stuff too that we get to see. Cool. Boutique had said the same thing years ago. At that time, Shahryar was at the beginning of his adulthood, taking on more and more responsibilities. One of the things the treasurer had told him to do was to build a family. And just like that, the satrap followed his advisor's counsel, marrying a princess called Abaza. Shahryar really liked her. She was the ideal woman, educated in etiquette, dance, and music. She was as beautiful as the moon, too. But something really bothered both him and her. Although Shahryar was loath to admit it, he didn't see Abaza as a wife. Maybe a friend or a woman, but never a wife. And as the years went by, that strange lack of romance started to grow from uncomfortable to unbearable. Until one day, Shahryar caught Abaza with another man. I know you are hurt by what happened before, my lord, but that wasn't your fault. That woman didn't deserve you. And I'm sure there are many other fine maidens that would give you healthy and beautiful heirs. Children are always a blessing to marriages. They can really bring a couple together. Since Abaza left Khorasan, Shahryar wondered what he did wrong. Maybe the old man was right. The reason things didn't go well was because he had no children with her. Though he couldn't help but blame anyone himself and his quote-unquote cold and heartless nature that made him unable to love her so romantically. I mean, if you don't feel that way. But that's I mean, it hurts me to see you self-describe that way and that you're cold and heartless, but you're not. If he wasn't so cold, she would have never cheated on him, and they would still be together and happy. I want to be a good man to my people, Mutik. That applies to the woman I marry, too. I know what she did was partially my fault, since I'm still not a good husband. I don't want to make the same mistakes again. So I will refrain from searching for a wife until I can be worthy of such honor.
Oh, Shahryar. Sometimes Mutik forgot that Shahryar wasn't his son, and the older man felt the satrap's pain as if it was his. When the previous satrap died unexpectedly, Shahryar was still a teenager. Dang. The treasurer had to raise the boy as one of his own. And as a consequence, he felt the unstoppable urge to help the younger man in any way he could, always. Don't worry, my satrap. I'll find you a woman and teach you how to be a good husband.
I'm serious, Mutik. I think I need some more time.
You can't get better at something if you don't practice. Trust me on this. I'll help you become the best man the Empire could ever dream about. You'll be so perfect that all women will want to marry you, and all men will want to learn from you. A prophet of romance, an oracle of marriage, yes. You'll be known as Shahryar the Love Counselor.
Mutik.
But the Gansabara made up his mind, and there was nothing Shahryar could do to change it. The satrap was a bit too hopeful, too.
Maybe this grand scheme would help him. And so, Shahryar left his hopes in the hands of that funny little man, praying to the heavens that it would make him understand what he did wrong with Princess Abaza. Or, even better, fix what was wrong with him. Oh, don't say you have to fix. No fixing. Nothing's wrong with you. Okay, let's see. Where are we going now? Are we back to Sher?
Mutik. Sher. Shahrazad. Where are you? Mutik entered his house with excitement.
Very unlike his usual tiredness after a long day. Okay, is that your father?
Sher, on the other hand, was as calm as ever. Not even a fairy would move as smoothly. I'm here, father.
What is it?
I have a great proposal for you, directly from Satrap Shahryar himself.
Shahrazad felt something terrible tremble inside of her. Suddenly, all her calm nature surrendered to a growing anxiety. Unaware of this, Mutik took her hand and escorted her to the living room. Did Duna leave already? Oh, Duna's here. Duna was laid on the couch, looking bored as usual. When she saw her father's excitement, she knew something was off and got up.
What is happening? You look too happy. I have a great opportunity for Sher. Something she cannot refuse. Rather, she would have to be insane to refuse.
Duna side-eyed Sher, who could almost foretell what was about to come.
Satrap Shahryar is looking for a wife, and you are perfect for him.
Shahrazad froze. No words could leave her mouth. No thoughts could take form. A funny type of panic, one that was easy to overlook, at least for those who didn't know her. Mutik thought it was a shock of excitement. Okay, well, you gotta know your children, thank you.
What do you think?
He said it not expecting a negative answer. Sher knew that all too well, but she had to say something other than what he wanted to hear. She needed to. Why me?
You were too old to be a bachelorette, Shahrazad. I let you reject those men before because you were too young. But you can't have that privilege anymore. Do you think I'm going to be here forever? No. One day I'll die and I'll have to find someone to take care of you. The sooner the better. Shahryar is like a son to me, and I think you'll be a great couple. You also have all the qualities required to be a good wife. I know I raised you well.
Duna was quick to intervene.
But is that what she really wants? Oh, wait. But is that what she really wants? Of course she wants this. It's the best opportunity she's going to have.
Now I'm mixing up their voices.
Of course she wants this. It's the best opportunity she's going to have in her life. She'll never have to worry about anything. And I will be able to die in peace knowing that she's married to an honest man like him.
Sher had only met the satrap once or twice when she went to the palace to look for her father. Good day. Good day. Or, good day. Me, I'm Sher. Good day. Have you seen my father? Thank you. She only exchanged the bare minimum words with him. He seemed like a good man, but nothing more than that. No love at first sight, no secret crush, no special admiration. He was just a regular man to her. But could she say that about the satrap of Khorasan? It felt like some kind of offense. You should also find a man you can settle down with, Dunyazad. Dunyazad. You're still young, so there's plenty of time to decide, but you shouldn't wait for too long. I'm not going to marry. Huh? How do you expect to make a living? Begging at your friends' houses? I'm going to be a painter. I'm going to Persepolis. What? Dang. Juno wasn't planning on revealing this so soon, but since the words were already out, she prepared herself to face the consequences. Yeah, that's right. I'm not staying here. I'm going on a caravan to Persepolis in a few weeks. Are you out of your mind? Persepolis? That city is enormous. You're going to get lost. I'm not a child anymore, Father. I can get around quite easily. But Persepolis? Persepolis. But Persepolis is dangerous. There's all types of criminals in that place. It's the city of Darius. All the greatest artists of Iran are there. The third king of kings of the Persian Achaemenid Empire. He divided it in administrative provinces, each governed by a satrap. He also founded Persepolis, the second capital of Iran. You're not going there. I'm not letting you go. I'm not asking for your permission. I'm going whether you want it or not. Sher listened to the discussion, looking down. She just wanted it to stop. Those fights made her uneasy. It was so uncomfortable to be torn between those two sides. She could never really choose between them. Her father did raise them well to become who they were today. All she was, all the potential she had, she owed to him and his unwavering dedication. Deep inside, there was this obligation to pay back all his work, to become the great daughter he built in his head, in the land of his dreams. But Duna also had a land of dreams she wanted to go to. Unlike her older sisters, she refused to be influenced by her father's expectations. Persepolis wasn't a mere city. It was a goal, a symbol of youth and all of the strength and freedom that came with it. That dream sparkled in Shahrazad's eyes. Just watching it made her feel livelier than ever. No story she built could compare to the real thing. How could she choose between her father and her sister? There was no way to do that. Both were dreams she cherished, flowers she wanted to see blossoming. Was there a way to make both of those dreams come true? Maybe there was. A new idea lifted her face, and Sher made one small, decisive moment. Holding one of her father's shoulders, she said with a soft voice, "It's okay, Father. I'll marry him." What? For a second, Mutik forgot completely about the debate with Duna. Oh, Sher, that's great. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I think it... But with one condition. Dang, she's gonna marry for her younger sister to have her dream. And fulfill her father's dream also. But what about your dream, Sher? I mean, I guess is this your dream? I mean, I would hope you get to develop your own dream and not just fulfill others' dreams. Yes, say it. I'm sure Shahryar would do anything. It's not a condition for him. It's a condition for you. Sher's seriousness made Mutik's smile fade with worry. What is it? Let Duna go to Persepolis. Persepolis! Gosh, what? Sher, you don't need to do that. Father will never let you go if I don't. But I don't want to see you fighting anymore. You want me to marry Shahryar? Fine. But let Duna go to Persepolis.
That's my condition. Cher! Well, I can't say I was expecting this. Persepolis, the city where you were born, Father. It will greet her with open arms. The homeland doesn't despise its children. And I'll not be leaving you. If anything, I'll be even closer to you since I'll be living in the palace. Mundik pondered his daughter's words. Even Duna stood without uttering a word, unable to muster any of her thoughts. The silence lasted less than a minute, but it was painfully long. Fine. A wave of relief washed Cher's soul. She kissed her father's hand.
The blushing is so cute, by the way.
Thank you. I'll let the satrap know about your answer. He gave a quick smile to Sher, then looked at Duna with some kind of suppressed anger. And you, thank the great Mazda for having such a benevolent sister.
Dang, just... I mean, sure, but like, you know, the reason why that has to happen is because someone over here won't let their daughter go and be an artist in a really cool city where the artists go thrive and everything. Which I understand the times and the culture, but still. After saying that, he left. Both sisters stared at each other for a long while in silence. Seeing Duna's angry expression, Cher prepared herself mentally. What are you doing? Oh, are you just going to accept that? You told me you didn't want to marry. I said that, didn't I? Don't pretend it's not a big deal. I told you, he was just waiting for an opportunity. Now your whole life is doomed forever. As much as Shahrazad's anxiety wanted to agree, her mind tried to keep positive. She was avoiding thinking more deeply into the consequences of her own decision. It's okay. This is not okay. Shahryar isn't that bad. That's not the point. I'll get used to it. Cher. The woman sighed. I know. This is not ideal, but I'm not going back on my word. Cher. Please, try to understand. I don't want you to keep sacrificing yourself like you're some kind of lamb. I can do things on my own, you know? And you should consider what you want too. But what was done was done. To Cher, that was how life worked. For one to take, one had to give. And to make sure everyone would agree, concessions had to be made. The unspoken law of life, the foundations of society. Doing things to look good, to look responsible, even if they didn't agree with it. Juna knew that all adults were like that. She, however, disagreed. Her life wasn't something to be decided by others, and it never would be. To her, her older sister was still too scared to break free from those expectations. Maybe one day that would change. Cher stared at her, unable to say anything with words, and the girl sighed. Well, whatever. Just don't blame me if it doesn't work out. Duna didn't understand the crushing pressure of responsibility, Cher thought, but at least the rebellious painter respected her wishes. That was good enough. Thank you. They stared at each other in an awkward silence again. Until Duna hugged her. Also, look at these outfits. They look so good. And yes, we love our sister-sibling hug. My Mazda, I don't get why you would do any of these things. I don't know. It's something I need to do. You don't need to do it. You know that. Then let me do it just because I want to. If it's really what you want. It wasn't. Cher looked down and the realization started to dawn on her. She was going to become a wife. That thought was terrifying. Not because she would have to live in someone else's house, do their chores, no.
If marriage was only that, she would have done it sooner. But imagining that once nighttime came, hands would touch her body, the mental image disgusted Shahrazad. Oh, poor thing. But like, in a time, in a culture, expectations of marriage, no thank you. Okay. Rooting for you, Sher. And also Duna. Her father warned many times how she had to be submissive to her husband, accepting anything he would ask of her. Anything. And marriage, of course, had only one purpose: children. And to have children, well, why did she need to sacrifice herself to convince their father that Duna's dreams were worth believing? Sometimes, the only way to show you how much you care for something was to compromise yourself, to take a leap of faith, and ask others to trust that you'll land safely on the other side. For a second, the woman questioned if that sacrifice was worth it. Betting on her sister was really a good choice. Maybe that decision wasn't necessary to begin with. But looking to the ground, to the infinite patterns of Iran, she saw her life, tangled in the mess of responsibilities she had to face. Cher? Duna was trying to read her sister's expression, to no avail. That innocent voice filled the woman with sadness. The patterns had no end. There was no escape for Scheherazade. I love you. But at least there would be one for Duna. I love you too.
Okay. Okay, that was a lot. So Shahrazad's gonna go marry Shahryar, except one of them is aromantic and the other one is asexual from what I understand. Duna's going to go to Persepolis, even though her dad's not about it, but like she can go pursue her dreams of being a painter, which is great. And all that. But we're gonna see how this goes. As a reminder, this is a retelling of 1001 Nights, so we're gonna see how that kind of comes into play. I'm assuming the marriage is gonna go through, and we're gonna see the repercussions of all of that later. I need to stop for today, but I am very intrigued by the story so far. I'm loving the writing and the art, and I also the interface is like so great, and the music's really, it's really nice to have that in the background while I'm reading right now and playing the game. But yeah, let me know what you think so far. I'm really liking it, and I'm excited to continue next time. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Like the video if you haven't liked it already, and subscribe if you want to see more of Talisman of Dawn, as well as other visual novels that I play here on my channel. And I will see you next time. Bye!